distinct honor and privilege to present here today in this historic moment where we shall inaugurate or shall have inaugurated the VFS Philippine e-Passport Renewal Center in Riyadh.
Manood, makinig sa Lagang Magic 6 Radio. Kahit di politika.
Building, and yes, and yes, narito na po ang mga special guest of honor. Yes. At sila Amba at Nanaronto, si Consul General Chris Aro, yes, kararating lang po nila. Yes. Magandang hapon po, Amba. Konjen, magandang hapon po. Yes, we're still doing some pleasantries here. At kararating lang po nila. Vice Consul Bon, hello po. Vice Consul Paulo. And
How's everything? It's perfect. It's a big day for us. It's very happy. Right. We already inaugurated the one in Cobalt. Yeah.
Sir Consul Alex, good afternoon po. Vice Consul Bon.
Do you wish to?
No, it's okay. Oh, sorry. Yes, sa kasalukuyan ay kararating lang po ng ating minamahal na Ambassador Adnan Alonto and his entourage from the Philippine Embassy. And very soon we're about to start ang inauguration po ng Philippine e-Passport Renewal Center. Dito po sa BFS Building, BFS Global Building, Riyadh, KSA. Papasok lang po ng ating mahal na ambassador at kasama po ang kanyang entourage from the Philippine Embassy.
Our capacity here is with one counter, we can serve about 4 applicants an hour. About 12 applicants, we can service 15 applicants per hour. So, do you estimate how many people can we serve? We estimate about anywhere between 100 to 50 people. Very easily. So we will start tomorrow, day after we start with the and from Sunday onwards, we will open the next one. And I think this will be a great benefit. I'm looking forward to that. This will help a lot. So we are looking at shifting this to after about 2 months of initial we will shift to Bata where the community is based. It will be easier. Yeah, by that time you should have, what do you call this? You have already trained that's a good plan. Yeah. So because this building is big, so we will be able to cater to more people, right? And so this will be easier. Right. So after we are done with this initial phase, then we will shift to this. And that's also a good solution that we received from the center support, so we agreed to that. That we can sit there. Thank you.
Ngayon po ay dadako tayo sa picture taking.
The Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Republic of the Philippines to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, His Excellency Adnan Alonto, the Minister and Consul General of the Republic of the Philippines to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Honorable Christopher Patrick Aro, the Director and Business Partnership of the Diplomatic Quarters, Diplomatic Quarter General Authority, Mr. Abdulaziz Al Sawali, the Chief Executive Officer from the STCP, sir. Our business head of the VFS Global, KSA and Marine Operation, Mr. Suman Kapoor, VFS colleague, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Philippine e-Passport Renewal Center Inauguration. To start with, I'd like to call our business head, Mr. Suman, for the warm welcome.
Thank you, Andrew. A very warm welcome.
This is Mr. Suman Kapoor, my business head, BFS Global, KSA and Bahrain.
And FTC, all the colleagues from the Filipino community and also VFS people. It's been a great pleasure and a very big moment for VFS in Saudi Arabia today. This is a historic moment in our partnership with the government of the Philippines, with the DFA and with the embassy. I would like to invite you, Excellency, to please inaugurate the center and say a few words in this regard. Thank you. Thank you very much. Perhaps you will allow me to remove my my face mask for a little bit, since I'm wearing a face mask anyway, or a face shield. Thank you very much. I was about to say, please sit down, but I guess there are enough seats. Mr. Saman Kapoor, business head of VFS Global for KSA and Bahrain, our dear friends from DQ Authority, and of course from STC Pay. It's quite a surprise but pleasant to see you here. Mr. Andrew Cesar Fu, Manager of VFS Global in Riyadh, distinguished guests, fellow Filipinos from the Filipino community in Riyadh who are here, some of whom I recognize. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May the blessings of Allah be upon us. It is my distinct honor and privilege to present here today in this historic moment where we shall inaugurate or shall have inaugurated the VFS Philippine e-Passport Renewal Center in Riyadh. It is historic because this is the first time that the Philippines will be outsourcing its passport renewal services in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. I would like to say for the first time in the world, but our Philippine missions in Dubai and Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates beat us to it. The effort, however, is not new. The Philippine Embassy in Riyadh, under my predecessor, earlier petitioned our government to outsource the embassy's consular services to VFS way back in 2012. We made our own pitch in 2018 during the incumbency of the Secretary of Foreign Affairs, now Speaker of the House, Alan Peter Cayetano. The truth is, the Embassy and VFS have gone through many different proposals to try and convince our government to make this happen. My friends, as we say in Filipino, kung may tiyaga, may nilaga. Contextually translated, it means patience is a virtue. Well, 8 years and 5 Philippine Foreign Affairs Secretary later, here we are finally about to inaugurate, or in fact have inaugurated, one of 3 Philippine e-Passport Renewal Centers, or in short, parks, in the Kingdom. Again, I wish I could say this is the first center to be inaugurated, but we were again beaten to it by VFS Park in Akubar, which was inaugurated by our very own Consul General and VFS Manager Andrew Fu last Saturday on September 12th. I tried to be part of that event, but prior commitments had prevented me from doing so. Nevertheless, I am pleased to be the Philippine ambassador to inaugurate the first ever VFS park in Riyadh.
Yes. It's another milestone for your...
To say that we have high hopes for these parks would be an understatement. The parks are expected not only to ease the consular load of the embassy, whose consular personnel are far outnumbered by our consular clients, but more importantly, to benefit the hundreds of thousands of Filipinos based in the Kingdom by giving them an added option to avail of passport renewal services apart from the Philippine Embassy in Riyadh and the Philippine Consulate in Jeddah at these trying times. I would like to thank my boss, the Philippine Foreign Affairs Secretary Teodoro L. Locsin Jr., under whose watch the contract between VFS and the Department of Foreign Affairs of the Philippines was signed and now being implemented. I would like to thank our embassy officials, both past and present, for tirelessly pursuing this all-important goal of providing our people innovative options to avail of our consular services for their benefit and convenience. Finally, I would like to express my sincerest congratulations to VFS Global for helping us realize our goal today I only ask that you serve my countrymen well, with utmost professionalism and customer dedication that VFS are known for. May the Almighty smile upon all of us as we embark on this new era of expanding our consular reach and services for the benefit of the Filipino people in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Thank you at mabuhay sa inyong lahat.
Yes, the good ambassador has just finished his inaugural address.
Last Saturday, September 12th, we inaugurated Alcomar Park, and I'd like to call on Honorable Christopher Patrick Arrow to say some message for us as well.
Now it's Conjan Arrow's turn for his inaugural speech.
Thank you very much, Mr. Andrew, His Excellency Ambassador Alonso, Mr. Kafur, our friends from DQGA and STCK. I'm a bit surprised. I didn't realize I'd be speaking. I think my ambassador has said what is most important, in that this is an occasion that has been long in the making. Our predecessors here at the Philippine Embassy in Riyadh have been trying their best to make this dream a reality for us at the embassy, as well as for our Filipino workers here based in the kingdom, to give them options as to avail of the consular services of the Philippine Embassy. It is therefore my distinct honor and privilege to be a personal witness to this historic moment in which we are opening not one, not two, but 3 Philippine e-passport renewal centers in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So as my ambassador has said, it is our fervent hope that this would ease the burden on the part of our countrymen in terms of availing of these very essential services of passport renewal, by giving them alternative venues from which they can avail of these services. So we really look forward to VFS hitting the ground, offering these services to our countrymen. And to our countrymen, para sa inyo po ito, we hope that this will make things easier for you when it comes to availing of the all-important services that your embassy and your government provides here in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So again, thank you very much, and mabuhay po tayo lahat. Thank you.
That's the concluding remarks of Consul General Christopher Patrick Arrow.
Thank you so much, Sir Chris. And at this point of time, I'd like to call on Mr. Abdulaziz Al-Sawali.
Mr. Abdulaziz Al-Sawali is the Business Partnership Director of Diplomatic Quarter General Authority here in Riyadh.
Everybody. Today, really, I'm really happy for this announcement to having the relocating some of services of Philippine Embassy to operate by VFS. I remember last year when the DQGA established in January 2019, we study the way how we can increase the quality of the DQ and how we can manage the traffic and serve all the employee and citizen inside the DQ. As you know, we have more than 57 embassies inside the DQ and more than 2 million visitors inside the DQ yearly. We plan to communicate and cooperate with one of the biggest operator in this area, is BFS Global. We had a lot of meetings with the ambassador and the consul general, and to be honest, they were speeding up the way of understanding the needs and the mission. And I think we did marvelous work last year with VFS and the MPC in Riyadh, and now we reached the final point finally, and I'm really happy to be part of this transformation. Will make really different for Philippines government and Philippines citizens inside KSA. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. Abdulaziz Al-Sawali, Business Partnership Director, Diplomatic Quarterly General Authority. He is actually the guest of honor for today.
All right, from our media personnel who's having some live, Facebook Live, you may probably have some queries or questions. Our representative from the Philippine Embassy would probably answer some few questions before we proceed to the next part of the event. Do we have any questions? Yes, sir, please.
Good afternoon, sir. This is Sordo Salana from Riyadh Radio and from Sphere Cyber TV in the Philippines. We'd like only to ask if this partnership with the VFS Global and with the Passport Renewal, it is intended only for the passport services, because there are some inquiries coming for our kababayans that is it also available when they apply for assistance for just like for consular services?
Yes, good afternoon once again, Mr. DJ Suldo. I believe this is a question that has also been asked when I was present during the inauguration of the, excuse me, for clarity's sake, let me take that off. I've tested negative, so you don't have to be afraid. So to answer the question, is VFS going to be offering any other services, any other of the consular services the embassy and our consulate in Jeddah offers? For the time being, there are only two kinds of services that VFS will be offering, and that is passport releasing, which they've started doing since way back in June. And now, when the VFS parks come live, hopefully soon, they will be offering what we call as non-complex or simple passport renewal services, meaning to say that these are the straightforward passport applications. Non-complex, meaning to say that there will be no need for the applicant to change any of the details in his or her passport. This happens more often than not for our citizens who, our lady citizens for that matter, who have been married. In the Philippines, it is customary for the ladies to adopt the family name of their husbands upon marriage. So in this particular instance, and also in instances wherein our clients have for one reason or the other have lost their passports or lost passport applications, these are considered complex applications and will therefore have to be done at the embassy. But for, as I mentioned, for simple, straightforward passport applications, these are the types of applications that VFS has been authorized by our department to conduct. Okay. My ambassador asked me for the benefit of our citizens to also speak in our native language for their benefit. So, para po sa mga kababayan po natin, gusto ko lang pong ulitin na ang mga serbisyong i-offer po ng VFS Global sa mga parks na establish nila ay yung tinatawag po nating non-complex or simpleng passport renewal lang po. So ito po yung mga application na wala pong kailangang malaking pagbabago dun sa detalye na matatagpuan po sa kanilang pasaporte. So para po dun sa mga kababayan natin na bagong kasal, yung mga misis po na gustong i-adopt po yung apelyido ng kanilang asawang lalaki, hindi po considered simpleng passport renewal ito, at para sa mga kasong ganito ay kailangan po sa embassy pa rin po kayo tumuloy, sa embassy, sa konsulado, or kung sa kabutihang palad ay mapayagan po din tayo magkaroon ng embassy on wheels during embassy on wheels. Kasama na rin po sa mga hindi qualified sa non-complex passport application renewal ay yung mga nawalan ng passport, yung mga lost passport application. Kailangan din po sa embahada din po or konsulado po nyo yan i-file. Pero para nga po doon sa mga simpleng passport renewal lang, straightforward, dahil malapit na mag-expire yung passport at kailangan lang pong i-renew, pwede po sa VFS gawin po ito. Tungkol naman po doon sa mga ibang serbisyo na ino-offer po ng embassy tulad ng notaryo, civil registry, pag-apply po ng visa, pag-apply ng police clearance. Sa ngayon po ay wala pa akong ganitong klaseng serbisyo ang pwedeng i-offer ng VFS. But asahan po ninyo mga kababayan na patuloy pong pinag-iisipan at pinagpupulungan ng ating mga liderato sa Pilipinas, kasama po ang inyong ambassador, yung mga kinatawan po dito sa ating embahada sa Riyadh, ang isipin po ano pang mga paraan na pwede nating gawin na naaayon sa mga batas natin sa Pilipinas para ipalawakin yung pagbibigay serbisyo po natin sa ating mga kababayan dito. Are there any other questions?
Yes po, Conjon, one question po follow-up is just only another issue, another concern. How about it's already been organized here? Pwede na po bang pumunta po dito ang ating mga kababayan po? They can apply to walk in or they're here or they will apply it online?
Okay. Let me speak in English first again.
Yeah.
Again, this is something that I believe I addressed during the inauguration of the center in Al-Kubar. Unfortunately, despite the many developments in the past month, we've seen how the kingdom has slowly reopened since the advent of the COVID-19 pandemic. Unfortunately, the pandemic is still here. There is still the risk of being infected is still very much real. So therefore, in order to minimize the risk of increased infections, our embassy as well as VFS will continue to adopt a by-appointment system when it comes to applying for our consular services. So we do know that the Saudi government has implemented strict policies when it comes to the number of clients that the commercial or any establishment for that matter can accommodate based on the floor area of their office. So I'll probably leave VFS to explain the specifics of how many clients they can accommodate per day. But for the at least for the next few months, inshallah, the pandemic, we are seeing the decline in the number of new cases being reported, at least here in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So hopefully we will see the pandemic draw to a close soon. Hopefully by next year. I understand from our VFS representatives that once the restrictions have been lifted by the Saudi government, that they will explore the possibility of entertaining walk-in clients.
Thank you, Pa.
Thank you.
Gilbert Alarcon, Magic 6 Radio. A viewer is actually asking whether there will be an additional cost if they will be using the VFS Global Services, and are they going to do the appointment through VFS itself?
Okay. With regards to the cost, well, as in any commercial endeavor, there has to be some kind of profit for the commercial entity. So we are outsourcing our passport renewal services to a private entity, a private commercial entity that is VFS. And I believe this is something that our Department of Foreign Affairs and the VFS officials in Manila have agreed that VFS will be allowed to charge a convenience or service fee when it comes to processing passport applications. As to the actual amount yet, I think we're still waiting for DFA to provide us with the final approved amount. Again, I will leave the VFS officials to explain what would be covered in the fees that they would be charging on top of the 240 Saudi Riyal basic renewal fee for passporting. As for the second question was regarding appointments.
The appointments,
yes,
yeah.
The appointment system of the embassy and the appointment system of VFS will be separate from each other. So the Philippine embassy shall continue to retain its existing appointment system, and for those who opt to avail of passport renewal services through any of the 3 passport renewal centers or parks that VFS has, they will have to secure an appointment through the VFS portal.
I see. Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Any other questions? Okay, I think everybody's excited to see the park in action. Do we have a demonstration?
They don't bother to ask any further questions.
Well, once again, on behalf of my ambassador and on behalf of the Philippine Embassy, thank you very much for coming over to be a part of this very, very historic event. We hope that this will not be, this is just it's just going to be a beginning of, perhaps in the future, some of our other services will be, our department will consider outsourcing them as well. But this is indeed a very, very big and important first step for us in expanding our presence here in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So once again, thank you very much. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you, Panjang. Thank you very much. The official picture taking of Ambassador and his Ambassador Adnan Alonto and Consul General Christopher Patrick Arrow and our special guests, especially the guest of honor, Mr. Abdulaziz Al-Sawali, the Business Partnership Director, Diplomatic Water General Authority here in Riyadh, KSA. Of course, we also have Suman Kapoor, the Business Head, BFS Global, KSA and Bahrain, and the rest of their companions.
Of course, we're getting used to it. Just let me know. All good now.
Sa harap daw po. The good guys to accompany the good ambassador.
Pagkain pong Pinoy na mga delicacies na mismo. Yung matatak sa pagkain ng Pinoy, ito po yung mga pagkain po. Sa isang rice, kilala niya mismo mga pagkain na yung Pinoy po.
Breakfast or lunch, snacks.
Snap.
Pinapaliwanag niya.
Representatives from the Legacy. Bigla siyang nawala. Hello. So they're from Legacy Global Commercial Services. Yeah, they're linked with the VSS Global. At yan, meron din sila mga pamerienda. Yes, again, native foods. Maraming salamat po. Yes. Here is the Legacy Global Commercial Services.
Ito, hinanda ng ating mga kababayan po dito na talagang pagkain Pinoy. Tigit sa lahat po ito po yung pagkain naman po niya. Barong.
Our guests having the taste of Filipino delicacies that some of our countrymen, mga kababayan, have prepared today. So tikman po nila ngayon ito.
Opposite side ng Marriott Hotel at saka ng sa likod dito ng Marriott Hotel. Nakalapit na po dito all your food is just prepared. Search in the Google, search ang mga public as global region.
Magandang hapon, Konja.
Hey, magandang hapon po.
Yes, konting katanungan lang po. Sa palagay niyo po, makatutulong ng husto itong ginagawang ito ng ating embahada at ng ating mahal na ambassador sa ating mga kababayan. Itong Philippine e-passport renewal center.
Well, I think ang mas magandang sumagot niyan ay yung mismo mga kababayan natin. Kung magiging tulong po ba ito sa kanila.
Okay.
Pero yun nga po, sa aming matagal na pagpupulong sa ating mga opisyal sa Department of Foreign Affairs at kami na rin dito sa Embahada, talaga nakikita namin na kailangan po talaga natin ito.
Apo.
Dahil alam niyo po, napakalawak po ng kaharian ng Saudi Arabia. 7 times po ang laki ng lupain ng Saudi Arabia kumpara sa Pilipinas. At,
Okay. Yeah.
halos lahat ng sulok ng kaharian ay may mga kababayan po tayo na nagtatrabaho. No?
Correct.
So malaking bagay po yung mabigyan silang ng mga options, no, na imbes na pumunta sila, mag-travel sila. Halimbawa, yung mga kababayan natin sa Eastern Region, imbis na bumiyahe sila ng 4-5 oras, papunta pa lang dito sa Riyadh para lang makapag-renew ng kanilang passport, at least may center na po doon na pwede nilang puntahan na anytime sa Alarcon.
Yes.
At I think malaking bagay yon para sa mga kababayan natin. No? Sinusubukan po natin na payagan ng ating ng DFA na kung po pwede bigyan ng pahintulot ang BFS na magbukas ng marami pang passport renewal center, no? Ang target po namin ay sana makapagbukas sila sa Buraida, sa Hail,
mga
para yung mga kababayan natin sa Central at saka sa northern border provinces naman ng Karian na may access din sa servisyo nito. So inshallah, tulad ng sabi na po nila dito, by God's will, sana po ay maging realidad din po 'yun. Antabayanan na lang po natin kung ano yung mga susunod na announcements po natin.
Yes, I agree po sa lahat ng mga sinabi niyo, Konjen. And yes, allow me to grab this opportunity to thank you and the Philippine Embassy under the leadership of Amba Adnan Alonto, because this is another milestone, ano po. First time po itong mangyayari sa kasaysayan ng embahada ng Pilipinas dito sa Saudi Arabia. So maraming salamat po, at katulad ng sabi nyo, hayaan po natin ang ating mga kababayan ang magsabi later on if it will be beneficiary for them. But I'm sure, I agree with you po, na yung mga remote areas, mga provinces na ma-access po nitong BFS ay napakalaking bagay po sa ating mga kababayan. Maraming salamat po kayo dyan.
Salamat din po. Thank you po.
Yes po.
Yes, okay. Thank you. See you.
Vice Consul Paulo, magandang hapon po. Sige po. Long time no see, Vice Consul. Regarding this launching, gusto ko lang pong hingan kayo ng kaunting pananalita patungkol po dito. Ano po ang inyong masasabi?
Magandang hapon po at sa mga kababayan natin na magsubaybay ngayon. Ito pong Passport Renewal Center. Matagal na po itong tinatrabaho ng Pasuguan ng Bahada. Gaya po sinabi ng ambassador natin, matagal na, more than 8 years na,
yes.
2012. Nung ako po, naging head ng consular section, tinatrabaho na rin po natin yan, yung pinatayo ng outsourcing firm.
Okay.
Sa passport natin. Yeah. Malaking convenience po ito kasi kung papansin po ninyo ngayon, yung po mga appointments natin, kakaunti lang para sa mga nangangailangan. So, meron pong shortage. Kailangan natin na magkaroon ng social distancing.
Tama.
Ito pong pagbubukas nito, malaking bagay siya kasi mas dadami yung kapasidad ng opisina, embassy, and then ng BFS, na magpa-renew ng passport ng matiwasay at maayos.
And safe.
Medyo nakalayo yung mga tao. Pero mas madami. Mas marami kaya natin. So yun po, malaking bagay po siya. Hopefully po kung sa gaya po sinabi ni Gilbert at saka ni Conjing Chris, kapag medyo maganda-ganda na yung sitwasyon, wala nang restrictions, halos wala na yung sakit, and then mas madami pa po pwedeng magpasok dito. Hopefully, maibalik po natin yung ginawa natin dati na walk-in. Kasi po dati po walk-in na po yung
walk-in na nga tayo before pandemic.
Dati po ng consular services nung walk-in, wala namang appointment. Talagang dahil lang po sa COVID-19. So talagang challenge natin yan. So yun po, kami po, masaya po kami na patupad na natin yung plano natin. Matagal na.
Yes, okay.
So we're very happy and that we are confident that BFS will be able to provide adequate consular services, namely passport applications. We know that they're very professional. Hindi na kami kliyente nila. India, European countries.
That's why it's called WFS Global. Yeah, right.
So yun po.
Maraming salamat Vice Consul Paulo, and again, katulad ng sabi ko kanina kay Consul General Chris Aro, ito po ay isang milestone na naman, ano po? And I would like to congratulate you being part of this another milestone by the Philippine Embassy Riyadh. Maraming salamat Vice Consul Paulo, thank you very much. Magandang hapon po. Yes po. At
hindi kita nakilala kanina, nakamask ka.
yes.
Congrats.
Siya ay busy pa si Vice Consul Bon, kaya hintayin muna natin. Sige po. Thank you very much.
Mga services and products like
Taib. Kanya po ay imbitahin natin ang ating mahal na ambassador at nanalonto. Sa kasalukuyan ay busy pa po siya sa pakikipag-usap sa isa sa mga bisita po natin dito. Ngayon si Mr. Suman Kapoor. Siya po ang business head ng BFS Global, KSA and Bahrain. Yes. Ayan, masarap ng merienda ni Vice Consul Paulo. Kumusta na ang baby mo, Vice Consul Paulo?
Ako kayo po, Bon. Vice Paulo.
Okay.
Ngayon, marami sa daw services, pero ngayon, events management siya ngayon. Yun ang pinrovide nila.
Sa Dubai naman.
Wala, pero ano kasi,
Mamasyal po muna tayo dito sa lugar ito. Wow! Native drinks being served around here. Po, mga Pilipinong mga inumin at pagkain ang ating pong hinanda ng ating mga kababayan dito. At siya nga, yun, tapos na siya. At dahil tapos na si Vice Consul Bon Ferreira, hindi natin siya hayaang makasubo. Sa bagong Magic 6 Radio po. At congratulations po sa...
Balita po, magpapanood daw si Magic 6 ngayon. Note sa phone.
Yan po ang naging trend ngayon doon. Anyway, magandang hapon muli, Vice Consul Von Ferreira. As in behalf of Amira Bartolome, Malbitang Suite, Paul Madriaga, and the rest of the guys in Magic 6 Radio Alcobar, we would like to congratulate you po, katulad po ng iba, dito po sa launching na ito na ginawa sa Philippine e-Passport Renewal Center. Napakalaking bagay po talaga nito, and we would like to congratulate you being part of the team headed by Amba at Nanalonto, no? Because this is another milestone, ano po, na ngayon lang po magaganap. So, ano po ang masasabi ninyo sa mga kaganapang ito, Vice Consul Bon?
Totoo po, ito po ay isang napakalaking bagay para po sa mga kabayan natin dito sa Saudi Arabia. First time po ito mangyayari na ating po mga serbisyo ay i-outsource natin dito sa Saudi. Para po syempre, panahon po ngayon ng COVID, ang limitasyon po natin ay yung mobility. So, sali po na pumunta kayo sa embassy para mag-avail ng serbisyo ng embassy, at tinatry po nating ambassador ay dalhin ang ating mga serbisyo sa inyo, mapalapit po sa inyo.
Exactly.
So sana po maging malaking tulong po ito para sa ating lahat.
Yes, maraming salamat Vice Consul Bon. And I've heard na malapit na po kayong lumipat ng inyong assignment. So we will definitely miss you, Vice Consul Bon. And at the advent of technology, hindi naman po kayo malalayo. Saan? Of course, kahit nandun na po kayo, welcome na welcome pa rin po kayong mag-guest sa Magic 6 Radio sa Alcobar. Advokasya, hindi politika. Okay po, sige po, pwede na po kayong kumain.
Thank you.
Muntik nang naging advokasya, hindi pelikula. Ayan, ang sarap. At hihingi muna ako ng isang drink. Maraming salamat. Yes, sarap po sa gugulaman. Inggit kayo. Thank you very much. Taib. Taib. Magandang hapon sa iyo. At maraming salamat for gracing this occasion. Miss you, Taib. Ginaya ko yung buhok mo, di ba? Pareho na tayo. Kaya pala hindi mo ako pinapansin kanina pa. Okay, hindi tayo makasingit kay Aba dahil masinsin ng kanilang pag-uusap. Ano pa? Ni Mr. Suman Kapoor, ang business head ng BFS Global ng KSS Bahrain. At ngayon, sila po ang tatlo na, pati po ng guest of honor ngayon na si Mr. Abdulaziz Al-Sawali, Business Partnership Director, Diplomatic Quarter, General Authority, Riyadh, KSA.
Sure.
Ayun ang sago. So, ito yung sa akin. Yan, ang mga native foods na iniready po ng ating mga kababayan ngayon para po sa inauguration. Napakasasarap po. Ito ang sago, puto, kutsinta. Diba? Napakasarap po.
Dito lapit.
Ginaya ko na yung buhok nun, hindi nga ako nakilala.
Ito lang ginagaya niya eh.
Idol ko yan eh.
Eric?
Under the current.
Hello. Diyan po sa loob, ginagawa ngayon. Natapos ng gawin pala yung inauguration ng Philippine e-passport Renewal Center. So madali lang po nga makita ang lugar na ito sa may tagiliran o likuran lang po ng Marriott Courtyard dito sa Riyadh. Kung sa likuran po kayo magdadaan papunta ng Diplomatic Quarter, ito po ay madadaanan niyo on the left side pag left niyo. So ayan po. Sige po. Okay. Pinagalog ko ba? Indiano pala.
Wait sir, andito yung bookmark.
Magandang hapon naman ba? On behalf of Magic 6 Radio Alcobar, we would like to congratulate po ang bat. Because this is another milestone. Ano po, first time po itong mangyayari.
Sa atin lahat ito.
Kaya kami po ay nalulugod. So, konting mensahe pa po para sa ating mga kababayan, para po dito sa Philippine e-Passport Renewal Center nito.
Yes, mga kababayan, ito nga, nabuksan na natin itong BFS Center, itong passport renewal center natin dito sa Riyadh. Nabuksan na po natin yung sa Alcobar last Saturday at inaayos na lang po yung mga machine, no? May konting adjustment pa ginagawa doon para medyo kumbaga nag-uusap sila ng computers dito at saka yung computers natin sa Manila.
Okay.
Pag natapos yun, hopefully in a few days, mag-uumpisa na po yung actual appointment system nitong mga BFS centers natin sa Riyadh at saka dito sa Eastern. So, ang epekto po noon, yung mga tiga-Eastern, huwag na ho kayo pumunta.
Hindi na pupunta rito ng Riyadh.
Doon na ho kayo. Lalo-lalo na yung explain ni Conjen na yung simple lang, wala nang complicated na mga papalitan yung pangalan, papalitan yung pangalan dahil kinasal. So, yung mga ganun lang, yung outright lang, straightforward passport application, diretso na po kayo sa BFS centers. So, pinag-uusapan nga namin yung manager, si Mr. Saman, kung magkano yung convenience fee. Ilalabas daw nila, kasi kailangan ito approve ng Maynila. Ilalabas daw nila in a few days kung magkano. I'm sure doon sa ating mga kababayan sa Eastern, miski sabihin na natin between 90 or 120 riyals. It's still not, I think that's still worth it.
Kaysa pupunta po dito ng Riyadh.
So ito naman sa Riyadh Center, ang pinag-usapan naman natin, since napakalapit nito sa embahada, sa tingin ko, mas magaling ilalagay nila to doon sa mga heavily Filipino areas like Bata.
Tama.
Ang sinasuggest nga namin Bata para kumbaga pupunta ka doon, hindi lang magpalit ng passport.
One-stop shop na. Tama.
Gagawin yung weekend affair ng
Yes, that's good po.
So, at the same time, marami pa kayong pupuntahan. So, doon naman sa Buraida, pinag-uusapan namin, hinihintay lang nila yung pagdating ng additional DCMs, yung mga machines, capturing machines, para maumpisahan nila at mabuksan nila yung ating BFS Center sa Buraida. So yung ating mga taga-central dyan, hindi na rin po pupunta ng Riyadh. So yung mga in other areas no, sa northern regions, may choice na silang hindi na pumunta sa Riyadh. So all of this really is for the ease, no? Ease and comfort and convenience for our people. So,
correct.
Ginagawa po natin lahat yan at hopefully pinag-usapan nga namin kung ano pang pwedeng consular services na pwedeng i-delegate, pero yan pag-uusapan sa Maynila. But hopefully, we're working on it.
Okay, so again, maraming salamat, Ambat. At minsan pa pinatunayan ninyo ang inyong pagiging tunay na ama ng mga OFW dito sa Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Maraming salamat po. Tunay na napaka-conveniente po ang may dudulot nito sa ating mga kababayan. And again, congratulations for this is another milestone under your leadership po. So magandang hapon po ulit and congratulations.
Thank you.
Praise God. Okay, so we will conclude our coverage for today. Again, this is Gilbert Alarcon, who is covering this event in behalf of Magic 6 Radio Alcobar. So maraming salamat po sa mga nagsipanood, bagamat ito ay may kahabaan, at ito po naman ay nagdulot ng kasiyahan sapagkat sa pagkakataong ito puro na lang po negative ang mga naririnig nating mga balita, ano po. So magkaroon naman po tayo ng katulad nito na positive naman pong balita, hindi po positive sa COVID. So magandang hapon, magandang umaga, magandang gabi po muli sa inyong lahat. God bless us all.